All right, so you want to dive into National Daughters Day. Great pick. It's more interesting than meets the eye, especially since, and get this, today actually is National Daughters Day, September 25th, 2024. Who knew?
What a coincidence.
Right. Talk about timely. So naturally, I hit up the National Day Calendar website, those calendar experts. Figured they'd have the whole origin story down pat.
Makes sense.
Turns out, even they're still digging. The exact history is kind of fuzzy.
Huh. You'd think for a holiday.
I know. Makes you wonder how many other holidays have these mysterious beginnings.
It's more common than you might think. Many celebrations, they just kind of evolve. They take on a life of their own over time,
Like each generation adds their own spin on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like those family traditions. Nobody's quite sure how they started, but they become this essential part of who you are.
Love that. Speaking of traditions and what they mean, what does National Daughters Day actually represent, right now, in this day and age?
Right. It's not just about the history.
Exactly.
Well, the National Day calendar emphasizes the joy daughters bring, their unique personalities, all that good stuff.
Yeah, the heartwarming stuff.
Exactly. But there's this interesting contrast when we look at International Daughters Day.
Oh, yeah, I saw that mentioned.
It's observed on different dates, depending on the country, but it tends to have a more serious tone. It highlights the challenges many daughters face around the world.
Okay, so we're going global already.
We are.
I am here for it.
Yep.
What kind of challenges are we talking about?
Well, for starters, this source talks about unequal access to education for girls in certain parts of the world. And then there's limited health care, fewer job opportunities. It's kind of a reality check, like, wow, we take a lot for granted.
Seriously, it makes you stop and think. The thing that really struck me, though, was the mention of those, societal expectations, the stereotypes about how girls should dress or act.
Oh, absolutely. Those expectations are huge, and they really get at the heart of this larger fight for gender equality worldwide, a fight that's still ongoing.
Wow, okay. So we went from celebrating daughters to, tackling global issues, all in the span of, 5 minutes? This deep dive is already full of surprises.
It's all connected, though, right? It's fascinating how a single day can have these layers of meaning, these links to bigger societal structures and inequalities.
This is why I love a good deep dive. You never know where it'll lead. So knowing all this, how do we celebrate National Daughters Day in a way that feels, more meaningful? It hits different now.
Right. We don't want to lose that joy, that love between a parent and their daughter.
Yeah.
But it, like you said, there's this added layer now.
For sure. The source mentioned the usual stuff cards, maybe snapping that yearly selfie with your daughter, marking time.
Which are all lovely. Those personal traditions are so important. But knowing what we know now about the global challenges so many girls and women face, maybe we can also use this day as a springboard.
A springboard? I like that. What do you mean?
Well, thinking back to the source, they talked about those organizations out there doing some really important work. What about, say, a donation in your daughter's name to a group supporting girls' education, or one that fights for women's rights on a global scale?
Ooh, that's good. Turning a celebration into a chance to make a real difference? I'm into it.
Even a small act, it can ripple outward.
Totally. The source also had these kind of cool ideas about sharing knowledge, like teaching your daughter something new, a life skill, or even just a random fun fact, anything.
Love that. Passing on wisdom, big or small, it's a beautiful way to show you care.
Right. And get this, they also suggest, flipping the script, taking the time to learn something new from your daughter.
There you go. So important. That's a really powerful reminder that relationships go both ways, that everyone, no matter their age, has something to teach, something valuable to offer.
It's about recognizing each other's expertise. Man, this whole deep dive, it's making me look at my own relationships differently.
It's eye-opening, isn't it? National Daughters Day, it's more than just a celebration. It's about respecting and empowering the women in our lives.
And not just daughters, right? We're talking about any woman who holds that daughter role in your life. Nieces, mentees, chosen family.
100%. Those connections are just as important, just as worthy of celebration. Okay, I think we've uncovered some pretty awesome ways to approach National Daughters Day, huh?
Yeah, we went from a simple holiday to global issues, and now back to that personal connection. This deep dive took us on a journey.
It did. But that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You start with a simple concept, and it can unravel in the most unexpected ways. You start to see the threads connecting everything. It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
It's wild how even a holiday can, spark these bigger conversations. You know, we could have just left it at Happy Daughter's Day and moved on, but I don't know, digging deeper, it's like we've stumbled into this whole other world.
Like any good adventure.
Yeah.
Right. And we've come out the other side with a new perspective, not just on the day itself, but on, well, everything.
Seriously. I mean, we started with National Daughters Day, a seemingly simple celebration, and ended up talking about global issues, societal pressures, the power of individual action, so much more.
It just goes to show there's always more beneath the surface, more to learn, more ways we can connect with each other, more good we can put out into the world.
And that's a message worth carrying with us, not just today, but every day.
Couldn't agree more. Every conversation, every moment, it's an opportunity for growth.
So, to everyone listening, what will you do to make this National Daughters Day meaningful? Maybe it's sending that text, making that call to a daughter figure in your life. Maybe it's donating to a cause that resonates with you. Or hey, maybe it's just taking a minute to appreciate the incredible women around us.
Whatever you do it with intention. Be present. Be open to connection. Celebrate the women in your life and celebrate the impact they have on the world.
Love that. And on that note, a huge thank you for joining us on this honestly incredibly eye-opening deep dive. We'll catch you next time, same channel, for another adventure in knowledge.
A world that's spinning madly, where truth can seem so gray. Tune in for the latest gladly. We've got a lot to say. No fluff, no smoke, no whispers, just facts to keep you clear. Each story's like a twister, so lend us your fine ear. Come get the straight news, no filter, where clarity is our thrill. Tune in and let your doubts wither at the Daily Chronicle. We keep it real. Come get the straight news, no filter, where clarity is our thrill. Tune in and let your doubts wither at the Daily Chronicle. We keep it uncovering the highlights of the world in every hue. We keep it on politics to passions and everything between. On every trend and fashion, no filter, where clarity is our theme. Come get the straight news, no filter, where clarity is our thrill. We keep it. Tune in and let your doubts wither at the Daily Chronicle. We keep it real. We keep it real. Come get the straight news, no filter, where clarity is our thrill.
Fucked on
Tune
until
in
the
and let your
twilight.
doubts
We're digging
wither
deep
at the
for you,
Daily Chronicle.
uncovering
We
the
keep it
highlights
real.
of the world in every hue, from politics to passions and everything in between. In every trend and fashion, we dish it out pristine.
Come get the straight news, no filter, where clarity is our thrill. Tune in and let your doubts wither at the Daily Chronicle. We keep it real.
Fucked on until the twilight. We're digging deep for you,
Keep it real.
uncovering the highlights of the world in every hue, from politics to passion
Come get
and
the
everything
straight
in between.
news, no filter,
In
where
every trend
clarity
and
is our
fashion,
thrill.
we dish it out
Tune in
pristine.
and let your
Come get
doubts
the straight
wither at
news,
the
no
Daily
filter, where
Chronicle.
clarity is
We
our
keep
thrill.
it real. Tune in and let your doubts wither at the Daily Chronicle. We keep it real. We keep it real. Come get the straight news, no filter, where clarity is our thrill. Tune in and let your doubts wither at the Daily Chronicle.